pessoal, beleza? Sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Dragon Age Origins. Vamos dar continuidade aqui nessa saga. Do último vídeo a gente parou aqui no acampamento. Vamos lá então continuar. A gente vai pra Red Cliff, né? Vamos lá então, sem enrolação. Morgan, Alistair e a Leliana. Tá. Penhasco, ok. Beleza. Penhasco vermelho, né? Tá. Acho que esses aqui são DLC, não é? Algum desses... Não, esse aqui não é. Vamos lá então. Vilarejo, penhasco vermelho. Vamos lá.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
O que você está pensando?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Al-Eamon exactly?
Eu pensei que você havia dito que ele te criou. Por quê? Você é filho dele? Espero que não seja algo sórdido. Eu pensei que...
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Al-Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because... well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother.
Então o Alistair é o filho bastardo do rei Marek. Beleza. Então você é o bastardo? Mas o bastardo real. Você não acha que poderia ter dito antes? Isso não torna você o herdeiro do trono? Por que você esperou para me dizer isso?
I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Então Duncan sabia que ele era o filho do Kaelan. Do Kaelan não, do rei Marek. Alguém sabe disso?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Al-Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Dá pra você ser o pau no cu com o Alistair, né? Se a pessoa não gosta do Alistair. Mas vamos lá, pra mim ele era ok, não odeio ele não. Ela sabia a verdade sobre você?
But I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming.
E você acha que ele vai ajudar a gente?
Yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Loghain has come to the same conclusion as we have. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Continuar fugir. E o que isso me torna?
Some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. Welcome to the...
Haha. Engraçadão. Beleza. Então a gente... Então o Alistair contou pra gente, né? Que ele é o filho bastardo do rei Merrick. Então ele é meu irmão do rei Cailan, né? Que morreu. Vamos lá então. Vou salvar aqui, né? Vai que o jogo vai ser alguma coisa violenta.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
O que você quer dizer? Tem algum problema?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
Eu vi que o Arimer está
Could be dead
doente.
for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle.
Calma,
in
eu acabei de
days.
chegar, cara.
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous.
Sam Morgan.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arleman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Então vamos lá então. Bom, a gente sabe duas coisas. Que o Arimer, né, o senhor dessas terras aqui, está doente. Alguma doença misteriosa. E que toda noite monstros vêm do castelo pra atacar a vila, né? A gente vai ver essa... A gente vai desvendar tudo esse segredo aí. Eu lembro dessas partes aqui, tá? Mas não vou dar spoiler, não. Eu costumo falar muito.
It's Thomas, yes?
Dessa vez eu não vou falar não, tá? Vou conforme o jogo.
Not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends.
Greetings.
My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud. Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Você não acredita na
What,
mentira
that
de
he pulled
Loghain,
his
né?
men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
De quais coisas malignas você está falando?
Some call them the walking dead, decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
É claro, a gente precisa da ajuda do Arimer pra impedir o Loghain de assumir o trono, né? Porque o Arimer tem muita influência. Só que a gente precisa ajudar eles aqui, né? A enfrentar essa situação aqui dos monstros. Tentar achar uma cura pro Arimer. Vamos lá então. Bom, a primeira opção, né? Claro que ajudaremos.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an
E a
impossible
Morgan não gosta,
battle.
não.
One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Fale mais sobre
This is
você.
hardly the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
É por isso que eu
I
gostaria de saber.
suppose that's not too much to ask. I did not mean to be brusque.
O que você fará se Eamon morrer?
I don't know. If Connor lives, he'll be the Arl and I'll need to help him with it. If he's... well, I don't want to think about that.
Por que você ficou? Por que você não foi embora?
After the first attack, I wanted to go for help, but I couldn't just leave these people. The Bannon gear up to battle Loghain, while Darkspawn loom to the south. Loghain won't send anyone, so Redcliffe is on its own.
Você é um guerreiro
Skilled
habilidoso?
enough to know there are many far better than myself.
Beleza.
Good, then my secrets are still safe. I was worried for a moment there.
Você tem alguns cavaleiros de Eamon aqui?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
A busca pelo ouro é sagrada,
I
né? Precisa
question
sagrada.
Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
O que aconteceu depois que eu vou
Hopefully we can
terminar?
find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
O que são essas coisas que atacam o
I
vilarejo?
do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even
Okay,
with the
vai
gravest
falar-
injuries.
Undead, spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Casos
Should the monsters
de
find
errado.
their way in. I would prefer not to fight in the chantry, but if they come, then so must it be. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
Então bora lá
Very well.
trabalhar.
Luck be with you, my friend.
Beleza. Bom, a Morgans aprovou, a Alice aprovou, Liliana aprovou.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who
Antiga,
seeks
vamos lá então.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming? Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be alright.
Quero XP.
You're a
Jetta.
Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar?
Ah,
in
essa
the
mulher
Kokari
aqui.
Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Você é
I
Jetta?
am. You've heard of me?
Nossa, fala na lata, né? Teu marido e filho estão mortos. Mortos.
I thought that might be the case. Thank you for telling me.
Certamente.
Make his blessings upon you.
Ah, você quer Jetta então, é verdade.
Father is outside.
Opa. Caitlyn.
Sorry, am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Você não está me
I shouldn't
aborrecendo.
be such a crybaby. With Mother gone now, I have to be brave. I can't help myself. I'm so frightened. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is.
Olha a Morgan.
I'm so scared they got him too.
O olhar da Morgan é o melhor. O olhar de tô nem aí. Por que ele
He
fugiria?
said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
É,
I
a
hope we
Morgan
didn't
e o
try to go
Alistair
to the
são os
castle.
opostos mesmo.
Oh, that would be awful.
É, o que você daria pra encontrá-lo? Opa. Você tentou
I
procurar?
went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Não se preocupe, eu
You
vou procurar
will?
por ele.
Thank you so much. Please find him. I'm so scared, Father.
Ok.
What are we going to do?
Vamos lá então. Eita. Ah, tá.
Fresh air. It's difficult to breathe within with all that self-righteousness crowding
A
the
Morgan.
air.
Ei, Morgan.
Still no sign of them
Vamos
coming
falar aqui
back
com o
from the
Murdoch.
castle, Murdoch.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
Não, você tá vendo eu aqui não? Eu sou o
So
Verrado.
you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the
Mad
castle
Murdoch.
tonight.
Parece calmo. Parece bem calmo.
My men
Posto
are
na
certain
situação.
enough as it is that they'll die tonight. They don't need me quivering in my boots. My death will come soon enough. It don't need me hurrying it along.
Calma, a galera é muito
Anyhow, you're
baixa
here,
autoestima.
and they tell me you're in charge.
O que eu posso fazer
We
pra ajudar?
need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Por que o Owen se recusa a conversar com você?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Ninguém mais pra
Not
fazer
by
esse reparo?
nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Você precisa de mais alguma
We could
coisa?
use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Twin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Conta-me sobre,
He's a trader, a
sobre ele.
dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Eu quero sentir outra
Shouldn't you
coisa.
be trying to reason with Owen?
Então eu vou falar
Don't
com ele.
drink with him. That's how he sucks you in. Just my luck, our success hinges on the most foolish drunk of a smith ever to grace the Maker's lands. Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray and hope for a miracle.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
É Owen, o ferreiro, preciso falar com você.
Who is that? What do you want? I've been to enough.
Ah, eu também passei, carinha. Eu preferiria não falar através de uma porta. Eu posso entrar?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on
Calma,
fire.
Mariana.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Meu nome é Guilherme. Um guardião cinzento que está aqui para ajudar Bantigan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds.
Pô, vai me zoar, cara?
My name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Por que você não confirmaria?
girl,
Eu sei por quê, porque o cara falou, mas eu vou falar.
It's one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Ou você poderia trabalhar para ajudar a salvá-la.
I'm an old man. Everyone knows we aren't making it through the night. Or are you going to save us?
Eu pretendo tentar.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
E se ela estiver morta?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
Concordo. E quanto milicia?
If you look for Vilena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
Eu farei... Eu farei o meu melhor.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing. And I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
Tá
I want
puta.
to promise.
Ei, Morgan.
Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
Tá, vai. Eu te prometo. Eu vou encontrá-la.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for.
Deixa eu ir com a consciência mais...
Lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Cala a boca, Morgan.
It
Ah,
seems
mulher
I have
chata.
some work to do relighting the forge, and I
Deixa que eu tenho
suppose
esperança, velho.
I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Beleza, vai lá. Vai lá, Morgan.
It has begun.
I see you found mine. I
shall
don't
be
think
done.
there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
A missa pode usar
Not if
isso?
I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
O que tem aqui? Deixa eu ver aqui. Ah, é coisa bem fraquinha. Não vale a pena, não. Deixa aí por enquanto. Beleza. Bom, a gente conseguiu a ajuda do Owen. Vamos lá falar agora com... Ah, não, peraí, tem que vir aqui na casa da guria, né? É casa Caitlyn. Vamos procurar o menino, eu sei onde ele tá, tá? Aqui tem, aqui dentro. Oi, tem alguém aí?
This isn't your home. This is my home. My home, you hear me?
Bevin, é você?
How do you know my name?
Eu falei com a sua irmã na capela.
Did she tell you to take me back to the Chantry? Don't make me go back there. I hate that place. I hate it.
Por que você tá tanto chato?
Scared. But they tell me I shouldn't be scared. And they tell me I shouldn't be sad that
Não dá
Mom
pra culpar a
died.
criança, né, galera?
I don't want to be sad. I'm brave. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to fight them off. I will.
De ir lá?
No. I just heard you coming and I guess that's not very brave of me, is it? I'll come out now. All right. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
Primeiro, me diga o que você está fazendo lá.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Tem certeza? Eu posso lhe ajudar.
Could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's. And grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took mother.
Você não é um pouco jovem pra lutar?
Well, maybe the sword was too heavy for me. I guess I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
Onde está a espada
in the
agora?
chest, in Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Mas eu poderia usar a espada para ajudar o vilarejo.
I can't give it to you. It was Father's. Caitlin would be so mad if I did.
Não vou pedir isso em troca, não. Então vai, beleza, vai lá, volta pra sua irmã.
Oh, alright. I guess.
Vai lá, vai.
She'll be pretty mad.
Eu poderia pegar a espada, mas deixa com ele, vai.
But I'll go.
Vai lá. Eu tenho a espada aqui boladona já pro Alistair. Esse aqui, ó, ele não pode usar ainda porque ele é fraco. Aí, ó. Ele tem 25 de força, vai demorar um pouquinho ainda. Beleza. Outra missão cumprida, agora falta a última, né? A loja geral.
It shall be done.
Olha na lamparina. Ok. Agora falar com o anão, correto? Vamos arrombar logo. Toma.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Vai, eu não vou ser cuzão não, vai. Peço desculpa, eu não quis causar nenhum mal.
Apology accepted. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now get out.
O que você tá fazendo trancado aqui?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
Você morrerá aqui tão facilmente quanto morrerá lá fora.
Thanks. But I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die. Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
Eu falarei bem.
What good would that do me? The Jarl's probably dead. I couldn't care less what Tegan thinks of me. What else you got?
Cara, você some e eu não arranco a tua cabeça, que tal?
That's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go.
Agora sim.
If you want me out there so
Deve ser legal.
badly.
Bom homem.
Spoken like someone who doesn't know me very well. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Beleza, funcionou. Nada como intimidar os outros. Não tem nada aqui. Então tá bom. Agora... É, já falei com todo mundo, não foi? Falar com o Murdoch de novo.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
Eu gostaria de conversar sobre
Thanks for
ele.
persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
Tá, eu preciso
I have a
ir.
good feeling about tonight.
Tá, vamos agora dar uma volta aqui, né? Tá, tem que... Tem uma taverna aqui, não é? É uma taverna. Beleza. Vamos aqui na taverna, tem algumas coisas aqui. Lloyd.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Isso quer dizer com isso?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Ah, eu tenho que ir.
Right then.
Beleza. Miliciano.
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an ante from the hall.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
É melhor vocês estarem bêbados para a batalha que se
I was
aproxima.
drunk for the last 2 fights, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you fought those things, you'd know.
Lloyd is charging us for coin we don't even got anymore. Nobody's working right now. We're all just trying to survive.
Ah, what difference does it make? He won't care.
Tá, tem que falar com o Lloyd, né?
Hey, what can Lloyd get you?
Eu ouvi dizer que está cobrando cerveja da
Why shouldn't I?
milícia.
They may not have much coin, but I'm not giving it away for free.
Pense na reputação que você passará.
Goodwill? Pah, I prefer the good gold, that's what. Hey, there's no need for that kind of talk. That's murder.
Nossa. Matar o cara não adianta.
Hey, look, see, 80 silvers. I could pay you to protect me. There's no need for any unpleasantness. But oh, all right. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
É.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
Beleza.
I guess that could change tonight.
Esse aqui.
Not looking for company.
Quem é você?
Not here to talk.
There's something about this man's demeanor. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you do, don't you? I know spy when I see one.
Opa.
Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I'm not... I mean, I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone.
O que quer dizer? O que pediram pra você fazer?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
E como você sabe que eu sou guardião
I
cinzento?
just overheard it, that's all. If you'll excuse me, I want to get to the chantry before the sun goes down.
Isso era mais fácil se você me contar o que você está escondendo.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Quem são eles? Quem te contratou para fazer isso?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Tá. Como vou saber se você está dizendo a verdade?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
Eu acho que você deve ajudar a defender a vila à noite,
Right,
então.
I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Quanto mais ajuda, melhor. E
I see
você,
you got
moço,
that
aí lá.
bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
Você poderia servir cerveja de graça à milícia?
Lloyd wouldn't care much for that. It's an excellent idea. You hear that, boys? Drinks for the militia are on the house.
Ha! You're the best, darling.
You just keep us all safe, boys. Stay alive.
Ok.
Keep safe and come back anytime. I won't lock up until near sundown.
Beleza, obrigado, moço aí lá. Vamos então falar com o rapaz lá no moinho. Ok, vamos lá. É o Sir Path, não é? Pra quem se perde, galera, tá tudo aqui, ó, descrito aqui nas missões, ó. Aqui é a missão do ferreiro, aqui é a missão da Caitlyn, né, que eu terminei. E aqui é a do vilarejo em si, a principal, né?
You are very beautiful, Morrigan. Tell me something I do not know. But you are always dressed in such rags. It suits you, I suppose. A little tear here, a little rip there to show some skin. I understand. You understand I lived...
No word from the castle?
No.
It shall be done.
As it has been for days.
Não quero...
Of all the...
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
Indeed.
Indeed. Vamos lá, Foxer Path.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
Chame de guarda do
Grey Warden
cinzento,
it
vai.
is then. And thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle. Or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Você considerou usar óleo
No one told me
da
of
loja do
this.
vilarejo?
Oil, you say? How much exactly?
O bastante para incendiar
Assuming that
muitos
would help.
monstros.
Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime? We have sufficient armor and weapons,
Posso
but
fazer
my
pra
knights
ajudar?
are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Você precisa de mais alguma coisa?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. Ask me whatever you wish.
Fala sobre o que
You know
aconteceu
about
aqui.
as much as I do. I returned a day before the attacks began, having heard strange rumors about the abandoned castle. I was the only knight to survive the first attack. Since then, I found others returning from the Arlessa's quest. Until we get to the source of this evil, though, I do not think it will stop, and I don't believe we will be enough. When the Jarl fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, Arlessa Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Por que a Arlessa acreditou que qualquer poderia encontrar a urna?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Art of
We
Dungeon
were
de
never
quê?
certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa
Mago?
believed he was cursed
Interessante.
and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Ninguém pode encontrar os outros cavaleiros e trazê-los de volta.
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Então os cavaleiros
Not at
deixaram
all.
castelo indefeso.
A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there, were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Quero discutir outra coisa.
As you wish.
Continue.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Tá, vamos lá embaixo falar com a madre ali, na igreja, pra dar proteção pra eles, né? Aí acho que vai ficar tudo pronto pra fazer a defesa, né? Deixa eu ver quanto tempo tá de vídeo. Porque se eu não me engano, essa missão vai ser uma missão em sequência, entendeu? Eu acho que não. Vamos falar com a madre aqui primeiro. Opa!
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Vou dar beijo de uma menina
Very
bonita.
sweet. I suppose there's no harm in it.
Vamos lá então, vem. Eu sou o Geralt, né? Geralt de Rivia. A cada Morgan. Fecha o olho, criança, fecha o olho.
Oh my. Stay safe tonight. And good luck.
Obrigado. Beleza. Vamos ficar com a madre Hannah.
You are a stranger amongst us, and a mage, I see. Yet you still defend our home in its darkest hour. We are grateful.
Agradeça quando nós vencemos a batalha.
I will be grateful of your attempt, even if it fails. We can ask no more. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Path precisa de proteção sagrada para os cavaleiros.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Path seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
O que isso quer dizer com isso?
Sapath believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
Verdade, Asta.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
Mas eles acham que
I
isso
suppose
ajudará.
their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sapath that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's
Efeito placebo, né?
Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Calma. Beleza. Vamos dar pra eles uns crucifixos, né? Uma cruz, né? E falar que tem a bênção do Criador. Beleza. Vamos lá então entregar pra ele. E dependendo do quanto tempo tá o vídeo, eu finalizo. Ok. Levar os amuletos pra ele lá. Beleza. Mas sempre buga aqui.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Você disse que precisa de
Have you
proteção
spoken
sagrada?
to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Madre Hannah tem alguns amuletos sagrados, eles serviram.
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
Fico feliz por
I will
poder
send
ajudar.
some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Precisa de mais
No,
alguma coisa?
nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Continue.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Deixa eu... Ih, Liliana ficou puta. Deixa eu gravar aqui. Penhasco. Deixa eu ver quanto tempo tá o vídeo. 48 minutos. Vamos lá então. Let's go.
Mother Hannah's amulets have greatly bolstered my men's confidence.
Bora lá.
There is still time before the sun goes down. If you have not yet spoken to Murdoch, or if there is anything you have planned...
Não, vamos
Good
lá.
luck to you then, and may the Maker watch over us all.
Vamos lá, clã. Tá vindo os bichão. Let's go.
Light the traps. Burn these foul creatures.
isso aqui? Tá.
The monsters are attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help!
Bora!
Come on! We need to hurry!
Bora, 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 bora. Bora lá. Essa canção da bravura. Ué? Perdido aí, meu filho. Tem mais algum? Ah, foi. Nossa. Ficou parado ali igual os tacos.
Dawn arrives, and we survived the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
Eu fiquei feliz em ajudar o
bow our
vilarejo.
heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Bom, pessoal, e é isso, ó. Terminamos aqui, né, a defesa do vilarejo. E agora vamos partir pro castelo agora, né? Pra ver o que tá rolando lá, o que tá pegando. Mas é isso então, deixa eu upar aqui a Liliana. Opa. Aqui. E destreza, né? Que é pra ela usar. Aqui. Tiro crítico. Beleza. Então é isso, pessoal. Espero ter gostado do vídeo. Falou, até o próximo. Tchau.